Hey, what's going on everyone? This is Zen Manga here and I hope you're having a great day. So we have a new segment on this channel which is where I tell basically the news when it comes to movies, comic books, collectibles, manga, a whole assortment of different things and give my recommendations for comic books and manga. So we're gonna get started with this. So first on the list we have Xmen, which is a new movie trailer, which is the prequel to the Kingsman mythos. And when I watched the trailer, it didn't look like a Kingsman type of trailer, right? I thought it was more of like a historical type of movie based on like a war. But as I started to get into it, I started to see the nuances between like the Kingsman and then the linkage between it, right? The trailer itself just looks phenomenal. It's well polished, well done. And I'm eager to see what's gonna come out of it, and I'm eager to see trailer number 2 once that drops. Okay, next on this list for our news update we have A Quiet Place number 2, who is directed by John Krasinski. He's a phenomenal person. Ever since I watched The Office, I just thought he was he's good at comedy, but you could tell that he's more capable than other things. And Quiet Place number 1, the original version, was really well done. It's one of those movies that kind of semi-pioneered a lot of different movies after that that had to do with like pure silence, absolute silence, and things of that nature. So it's a really good movie, and I'm eager to see how number 2 is. And I really think it's cool that him and his wife are, you know, co-star in the movie. Emily Blunt, right? Is that her name? I gotta make sure because I don't want to mispronounce her name. Emily Blunt. I was definitely right. But anyway, yeah, I'm eager to see it, and I have to go back and watch the original one. I don't want to spoil anything because something happened, so I'm eager to see how she's gonna fare in the movie Emily Blunt after the events of part 1. So let's see. Next on my list is one of my favorite news updates is director James Wan. He has found his Sub-Zero for Mortal Kombat, which comes in the form of Joe Taslim, who is amazing martial artist. He's done several martial arts throughout his life, including like judo, wushu, taekwondo, things of that nature. And he starred in I found out about him from The Raid. And if you haven't watched The Raid, that's just like a hands down based, just like bluntly martial arts movie. Now, not in the sense of martial arts like taekwondo or karate or anything like that, but just like it's just grueling in the sense of special law operatives who go in to raid this place, and it's just like a wow movie. So go out and check that movie. But I'm more excited for the Mortal Kombat because he's one of those people who will do his own stunts, own techniques, you know, martial arts display, and he'll take the hits and then keep going. So check that out. Next on this list, for those of you who are collectors, Hasbro has released a new this one is funny because it's one of the biggest figures that I've ever seen in my life. So they are releasing a Unicron based figure, and I think it's at 40 inches 30 inches, sorry. It's going at 30 inches, and that's in planet mode. So if you don't know Unicron is probably the lord of like chaos when it comes to the Transformers mythos. And he could go into planet mode, and he could go into, I would say, bipedal mode, right? Which is just really Transformer mode, where he's standing like gigantic and tall, right? So the last figure that was close to this was basically Fortress Maximus. So if you're into that stuff and you want to have a brand new collectible, go ahead and check that out. Hasbro is releasing this humongous Transformer. So yeah, that's about it. Next on this list, if for new comic books or just news in terms of comic books, Power Rangers and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, they are coming together for a crossover. Now I know some of you are like, they already crossed over before, right? But this crossover is going to be definitely great, and it comes from Boom Comics and IDW Studios. So if you're into the Power Rangers mythos and also Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, you already know it's probably going to be a fun ride. Now, one of the things that I've noticed in this past year is that the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles have teamed up with a lot of different entities, right? Or characters. So one of them that I'm gonna say is that movie that came out with Batman and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which was well done. It was just a fun ride. It was I'm not gonna say it was like super great by all standards, but it was good. So this could lead into possible animation movie, or maybe not. I think the comic book is just really probably like a mini series or a one shot, and it's gonna be pretty good. So definitely check it out if you're into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and also Power Rangers itself. Now we're gonna get into our segment when I do some recommendations. So our first recommendation comes in the form of Abyss Rage by Nakaraki Narita, and it's about a boy named, well, it's about a man, but it starts off about a boy named Shinobu, and he's blind in the sense where he cannot see. I don't think he was born blind, because they don't give any premise of an accident or anything of that nature. But basically he joins a martial arts club, and it gives kind of like a forward and background type of information, in the sense of you're in the present but you go into his past many times, and he utilizes echolocation in order to find out where his opponents are, right? So he was clicking like, and basically what happens, dolphins use echolocation as well in order to give a bounce feedback into where an object may be, or a person, or anything may be, in terms of like where the echo comes and bounces back to you to know where something is, right? And they give a lot of references into like real life individuals who can use these abilities. Yes, there are really people who are blind who can use echolocation as a skill, right? So if you look at this picture that I'm about to put up, this is about a gentleman who uses echolocation, and he rides his bike normally on an everyday basis. I'm giving you the premise of the story. It's about him being a blind martial artist, but the story is intense, especially when it comes to the love of his life and how she gets captured and kidnapped, but not really kidnapped because she makes a choice, but it forces him to train immensely. Now, if you're into training montages and just training in general when it comes to martial arts and pushing yourself to new heights and potential, this is a manga that will, within the first 2 chapters, will push you and make you feel like, I gotta go do like 100 push-ups right now, because my man Shinobu, I feel it. Right? So go check that out. Last on the list we have from Dark Horse Comics, we have Aliens Dust to Dust. Now, I'm not primarily an Aliens fan up to the highest echelon. Like, I know there's like real fans out there, right? But I definitely appreciate the Aliens mythos. And this comic book put me in a place where I want to really venture out to find out more, right? You start off with basically a family. I'm just going to leave it at that. You start off with a family who are going about their daily lives, when there's one of the little boys, he comes into his room and he sees one of these aliens who are trying to, I guess, for lack of better words, put an alien inside of her in order to reproduce, right? And it kind of goes through the process of you following, well, at least in the first comic book, because I only read the first comic, and you're following that family because there seems to be an outbreak of many aliens, and they're trying to make their way to get out of the city, I believe, right? So go ahead and check that out, all right? So everyone, this is Zen Manga. I hope you're having a great day, and I hope you enjoyed some of these news updates and also the manga and comic book recommendations. And I'm gonna come out with more videos. Check out this channel, because if you look in the description, there's a new schedule for updates and for like video uploads, and as you can see, there's going to be a mass variety of different things that you can pick and choose that comes to your liking when it comes to news, comic book stories. If you're into fitness and you're also into manga and comic books and you want to fuse the two together, I have an Inspired to Train Like series, which is just going to be amazing, that I'm going to put a lot of effort into. And yeah, also special shout out to all of my new subscribers. I think I'm at 101 subscribers right now, so I made it to 100. Whoop whoop.
Jesus Christ.
But I couldn't do it without all of you who subscribe and who are watching my videos. And so I'm going to keep making videos. And yeah, that's about it. So I'll check you all out tomorrow on our next segment. Give me a like, subscribe, comment, share the video. watch the video to the end. So if you're watching it right now and you skip, go back and watch it to the beginning. And I'll catch you all later. Peace.